Okay, recording. So, just to what has gone before. So, small group met in a small village, Sabrina. Before setting off, tried to discover what woe was befalling the village. Dancers, another word for werewolves. Joined a caravan as guards. They protected the caravan travelling to Ravensbluff. On the way, they met a group of dwarves who gave the group the other name to the Malefica, the Light of Sophia, and informed Iara with the story behind it all. Arriving in Ravensbluff, they rented an apartment. They are selected an innkeeper, Steg of the Pale Owl, to try and find out more info. After this no success, group called on three sages, Anthrop, Zama, and Islander. The group also became aware of Azagar the Blue, the powerful wizard who does electrical stuff. His servant Marova, who is a centaur. Uh, Lathandros, fire wizard, and his servant Bendis. Um, from the sages, we discovered the location of the book roughly 100 years ago in the hands of the dark satyr Nol Gawad, who used the book to harass the kingdom of Cold. And that's about where we left it. You had just got a job guarding some warehouses over here. Oh, sorry, that's not going to work. We'll try it again, Steve. Over here. So you should all be on there now. Over here. That's a job that's so the details were didn't take me down. I have to watch the thing, but don't worry, you'll get paid the proper amount. But at the moment, I can't give you the proper amount because I can't remember what it was.
5 silver pieces a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, of which 1 silver piece the city gets as tax.
Yep.
And then, sorry, no, the guild gets as a payment back for giving you the job. Then there's a city tax on top of that, which I've got to work out and get the right. And it goes for a week or so. You found out that the materials that you're guarding happen to be gemstones and precious ore. So very mobile commodity. And one that probably a lot of individuals for lots of different reasons are going to be interested in should they find out. At the moment, you also know that there are going to be guards that are actually stationed inside the building. They don't actually leave until it's moved. So they're there for the rest of the week. You guys come and go with the day shift. And your shifts overlap.
Yeah.
By about half an hour or so. So that's been the night of the first night. Sort of what?
Okay. Sorry, no. Before we go though, before we do start the watch, I will need to get some stones, coloured stones to use colour spray.
Okay, you can go to what colours are you wanting? Just different natural colours or odd colours?
We'll go with natural. I've got enough stones to cast it once. But yeah, I will probably need a little bit.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay. I am under by 6.
You find no stones that are useful to you. So you've probably gone to the fort, you've gone around looking around on the ground. You found nothing of any great use.
Cool. I will try again tomorrow.
I'd like
we could probably buy on the way.
So sorry.
Oh, is it something we could buy on the way? I don't know. Because we need to go through the market square, don't we, to head to the slums?
Yes.
Cool. Can I please try the market?
Yeah. And what was the other person I wanted to say? Sorry.
I was just wondering if I could get stuff for a trap.
What sort of stuff?
Snares and like sort of rope that I can set up. So some sort of tripping, like wire traps, like for tripping people over and things
Yes,
like that.
you will probably catch quite a few because it is still a public place.
Oh yeah,
If you were
true.
in the building, that would be a great idea. Outside the building, you're liable to catch a whole lot of people that don't even have any idea of what's inside. Whereas on
Yeah,
top of the building, if
true.
you could work out that might be a good place. If you can work out a way to put a snare trap up there somehow.
Yeah, okay. Is there normally like ladders and stuff that go up to the top of the roof and things like that? Or
Your limited exposure to rogues and thieves, they don't need ladders.
yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, they're not gonna need them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do you want to, on your first night of inspection, decide where you might want to lay such a trap?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Rightio. So, sort of, how early do you want to arrive there?
Maybe I would suggest maybe an hour or so before we start. It is our first night. To scope out like the perimeter of the place, so we know like where people may hide, where they're more likely to come from, and what has like or maybe 2 hours, and where more traffic comes from.
Okay,
And
so
probably could have a chat to the people that are there beforehand if they
Yeah.
the people
had
inside the building
experience.
don't really talk to the people outside the building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're two single units. That's
Okay.
supposed to be better. Because if you start talking, they don't talk to anyone. They could be waylaid.
Does the
There is a
merchant
code
guild
word.
usually have information?
There is a code word that you can use, but that basically means we're being attacked, but protect at all costs the merchandise. Sort of thing.
Okay. What's the code word?
Z-Wellig.
Say that again.
Z-Wellig. Z-Wellig.
Okay.
Which is a type of bird. It's kind of like a puffin, but has a longer beak. Yep, Z-Wellig. It'll do.
Okay.
So, Karis, you'll know about the Z-Wellig. They're a sea cliff sort of dwelling bird, puffin-like, but as I said, with a slightly longer beak. Quite an intelligent bird, from your understanding.
Oh, that's nice. I spent most of my time in the forest though, so I didn't see a lot of coastal birds.
Okay. So you're going to go past 2 hours before you need to go on shift. So you're going to go past the Scampian Bull to buy some food as you wander to the market, or are you going to chance buying food from the market?
I'll get it from a Scampian Bull. Just like obviously we don't know what's in the food at the market. We've not eaten food from the market as of yet, and it would be the safest option. And again, if we continue, I think we should buy food from there prior to each shift. And that way we create a relationship with the tavern and stuff. We might be able to like score a couple of free beer or a couple of free meals or something like that. Like create a good relationship, become regulars, and it's another relationship that we've created in the town.
That's up to you guys. That's all cool.
Yeah.
So I'll just remind you, his name is Garen Mandelhond.
Garen Mandelhong.
Hond, H-O-N-D. So he's the owner operator of the Scampian Bull. So it's a drinking and eating place. There's no sleeping over there. It's just basically a huge feasting hall really. So you go in, you spend, I don't know, let's say 2 silver on a really hearty meal. It's going to have to last you most of the night unless you're taking some food. Hopefully you've had some time to sleep in the day. You're changing your staying awake stuff, so there will be a little bit of adjustment there. You move through the market. The market is quite busy at this time of day. There's lots of different things that attract your attention. Find soaps and materials, incense, little trinkets, all that sort of stuff. But you do track down someone who has something that you probably could use as your coloured stones. They're basically various rounded stones that people would use as like fancy weights or a final piece in a necklace or something.
Cool.
Base stones, not expensive stones. So you're looking at about 3 of them for about I don't know, let's say 6 silver pieces each.
6, 12, 18 silver. So 1 gold, or we'll say 2 gold, and then is it 10? And
Sorry, 6 copper pieces each, not 16 silver.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
So 18 copper,
Yeah.
which is about
Yeah.
2 silver, and then that becomes and then this might sound stupid. Is there like a cheap like a cheap item, maybe like a cheap necklace or something, that looks like it could be? It's just an idea that I have at the moment. I haven't used the spell magical aura all game, but I can feign. It gives off. It looks like magic. Like if they were searching for something, I could keep it in the off chance that, say, a group of people coming to steal something, and I'm like, look, I could trade you instead. This is a magical item. It does.
How long
yeah.
does it last for, the magical aura?
Magical aura lasts me. Sorry, guys, give me a second. I'm just gonna run through the spell book. Oh crud. Sorry, just waiting for my computer to load.
So there will be some sort of glass, colored glass that you could use as a necklace sort of thing.
Magic aura. Ah, it's permanent. No way. Vocal somatic. What does F stand for?
Focus. So the actual item would be the focus.
Oh, so it's permanent until you lose focus?
No, until basically someone disenchants it.
Oh, okay.
So casting time is 1 round. Touch. It's permanent. SV none. SR yes is the object. Components verbal somatic focus. Makes an item appear magical and thus register to detections and similar spells. Identify or a similar detection reveals the aura as false. The spell can affect £5 per level of the caster. Yeah, you know what? I would just. Yeah, I've got a couple of things that look precious, but they're actually not.
Okay. So a couple of cheap rings, cheap copper rings, say 3,
Yeah.
and a small little pendant on a leather, a thong sort of thing, little silvery type, not silver obviously, base metal with like 4 little green coloured glass insets in it.
Yep. Sorry. What was the glass one?
It's just a little sort of diamond shaped blob of metal, and then on each of the corners is a little green piece of glass that is cut to look like vesicle stone.
Cool. How much so I've got cheap copper ring, say 3.
Yep, 3 cheap copper
and
rings.
Cheap green
So
glass
the
diamond
rings will
shaped
cost
metal.
you 2 copper each.
Yep. 6. Yep.
The little trinket would probably cost about 5 copper.
If I go, that makes me 10, which makes it 13, 12, 11, 10, 8. I hope that's right. Cool. And obviously they're going to cost me. They would cost me 1 per thing. Okay. So just before we get started, when we get there, I will use I'll cast magical aura on 1 ring, which costs me 1 mana point.
Can you make the whole warehouse look empty?
Technically, I could if I cast darkness.
You just
The only
black, not empty.
yeah.
That's not empty.
The only spell I cannot use is head fog because it affects sight and vision and stuff like that. But the rest of my spells I can use. So yeah, they will become bartering tools. You know, if they want to attack, like I'll just be like, hey guys, like I do have something a little more precious. I'm sure I can fake my way to it. And I'm good to go. We'll see how this works out.
Okay, so you just cast a spell on 1 of the rings, nothing else. Is that right?
If I one, so 3. If I go 4, which is 4 mana
all of them
points.
together weigh less than £5. You can do it on all of them.
Oh, yes, please. Yeah, I would. My apologies.
Okay.
So now I've got 7
Alright,
mana
you
points.
guys walk and get to the. You notice I've changed the distance. It's now half, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. hopefully
Oh,
that's-
did I find like some rope and stuff in the market?
You
Or we
probably
will never
found
know.
something better, some like trapped wire.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Snare wire, snare rope, snare cord or something. Let's say you found 10 feet of it, that would cost around about a silver piece because it's quite
Yeah.
strong and specialized sort of
Yeah.
equipment.
Okay.
A silver
Yeah.
piece for 10 feet of it. Did Karas want to do anything or just look?
No, I'm happy to look around.
Okay, well the only thing that you notice that would be of that might attract your attention is that there are lots of caged animals here for sale.
Be right back.
So
There's probably not a lot I can do.
I don't know. Might be.
No, I don't think there's really anything I can do to the poor caged animals.
Okay. It's not like that. You make your way over there. You're roughly 2 hours before your shift starts. You have a look around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a GM roll, and you're going to do your own roll. It's a D20, so I need to know some information first to make this make sense. So Karis, I need you to give me a wisdom roll. And is that a prime?
Yep, wisdom is prime.
And does it have a bonus on top? Is it high enough to have a bonus?
Yeah, so it's got a +1 for my level and +2 mod.
+2 mod. Okay, so the +2
So
mod.
16.
So this doesn't include level. This just includes your basic wisdom and the mod that you get. So roll versus your wisdom with the +2 mod. And tell me what you get. 20 +2, and I'm doing the same. Okay, so you got 15. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just going to keep track of all these little modifiers there. So basically, I'm creating a pool for you that you don't know how much it is because you don't really know until you've actually needing to use this. That you can use in a situation where you might need to use all this intelligence somehow. So I'm just creating a pool, and that's a pool of bonuses that you can apply later on in a situation if you want to, because you're generating and trying to gain some information. So it's sort of like this would be information useful later on, not right now, sort of thing, unless it's blindingly obvious. So that's Karas done. So you do have a pool of points. I can't tell you how much, but basically you just play with it until it's empty, and then you're on your own, sort of thing. And hopefully by then you've done something. So
One more thing.
Yep.
Sorry. While we're at the markets, because we can't kill these guys, and I don't know how quick the police people would get here.
City Watch.
Yeah, the watch. Is there any chance we could get maybe some rope to bind?
I've got rope.
All right, cool. And one more thing is, so what I know we're all doing this together. Obviously, we all want money. How about if for each night that we did, 1 silver piece was put into the group kitty?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
But we can, yeah.
From each person.
Yeah, so we would give 1 for taxes and whatnot.
One
to
for the guild. I haven't worked out the city tax yet, and then 1, and the rest is yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so can I have Iara? Can you roll me your wisdom? What's your wisdom score?
My wisdom is 9.
Okay, and is it a primary or a secondary?
Secondary.
Okay, good luck. So you roll.
A 10.
You're 10. Okay. So basically, what's happening is I'm adjusting it by my own roll.
Okay.
And averaging it out. Okay, rightio. You basically will end up with a pool of some points, whether it's 0 or more. You won't know
Okay.
until you get to a situation where you try to use it. Say, okay, well, I want to try to use my information that I'm going before to get a better adjustment with myself. If I can, I want to use a 1 on my initiative score to get ahead of them or something. It's all like you're going to be able to fiddle some of this stuff up. Okay,
Cool.
and Calvin, or you
Yep.
might want a +1 to hit, or +1. You can't use a whole lot all at once. It's about trying to use it
Cool.
effectively.
Oh wow.
Whoa! And
My
Nice.
wisdom's the secondary.
secondary. Well, that's okay. That's a clean. Don't worry. I know what that one gives you. And you get a +1. Is that correct? No, +2. You don't include level in the same.
Oh, sorry. Okay, then it's just +1.
Okay.
So it's 21. I just pressed the wisdom dice. I just thought it.
That's totally
Yeah.
okay. That's really interesting. If you can see my dice, which you will do when you see the video, if you zoom in on that when you see it, you're gonna laugh. But anyway, that's okay.
Net 1.
Laugh or is it a laugh or a cry?
Both really.
Oh
He rolled a net
no.
1. Oh no, he rolled a 20, which would
Give you
Yeah, if you roll a-
lots. Yeah, little
Well
stupidity, but anyway, there's only one thing that can take rid of that. Anyway, so you all got some points, be them 0 or more. When you have an encounter, or you think you're going to have an encounter, you can try to use a bonus point of it somewhere for something. If it's on a skill check, if it's on a hit, if it's on a, I want to climb behind the walls, I want to try to whatever, or I want to improve my speed.
Okay.
By 10 feet. That's going to take one of those points out. It's a sudden burst of strength. So you're going to be able to do things because you actually took the time to spend 2 hours to stalk the place, to really look at it, take it from all the angles you can. The fact that Kira is actually up on the roof doing the same.
Someone's gonna roll.
Someone's going to have to roll for her. So who
Her.
wants to roll for her? Because I've got to make my roll for her.
Nice.
18, that's cool. Okay.
Beautiful.
Just need to see. Kira. Wisdom is a prime for her, but a wisdom is only 11. But that's fine. Actually, who rolled for her?
Me.
Karis.
Me.
Right, you have control of Kira's character. Right.
Brilliant.
Who rolled for? I think it was Yara. No, it was Karis.
No, it's Karis.
So Karis. Take it back. Right, you have control of the character. So
Sorry, can I just confirm where the warehouse is again, just to double check? Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah. So
there's-
her roll.
So is it just the one, or is it multiple?
Sorry?
Is it just the one, or is it multiple?
It's big.
Oh, it is
It's
just
big.
one though.
It's one.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's. God, if I've got the measuring thing, it might be a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay.
So you are guarding a building. That's ridiculous. It says here that this building is 490
feet.
long and like 250 feet wide. Something really bad is going wrong, but I'm going to have to sit with that. You have to sit with it.
So in terms of guarding the actual building,
Yep. Karis is on the roof. That's just, she said
Cool.
that's where she takes her place.
Kira's on the roof.
Kira.
Kira.
Yeah.
It'd probably be best if I wasn't by myself. Purely because I will probably die quite quickly.
So should you be with the ranger?
I mean, you can be at a distance, like of I don't know what, like 30 feet away or something.
Remember, you're
I
all
mean-
elves or half elves, so you have a good.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Kiras, I think you have. What's your length of distance of your vision?
I don't know, 60 feet? Is that dark vision?
You're a half elf, so you need to really look that up because yours is different to the others. The others
Okay.
several miles, I believe.
Let's have a look.
So it
I
might
got
be good if someone was with you. If you're very good.
Twilight vision, and did I write how far that is? No, I didn't. Okay.
So half elves. Racial race. Oh, as a half elf, don't you have to pick whether you're half elf human or half elf elf?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm taking it you're half elf elf?
No, I think I was half elf human.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
half
which
elf
case,
human.
Dark vision 60 feet.
Racial, yeah. So they have what?
So switch to my
What
phone.
vision do they have?
Dark vision is. Oh.
Dark vision.
Yeah.
60 feet, whereas elves have like twilight forever and ever sort of thing. Twilight vision, even under starlight, moonlight, or torchlight, elves have exceedingly good vision. They can distinguish colour and detail under these conditions for up to 1 mile from the
Oh,
outside. Yeah. Then you're going to have starlight at least. Okay. 60 feet has to be good for you. Okay.
Because, yeah, I think we should do some sort of rotation. So we're going to keep moving.
Alright.
sorry, I'm just outside having.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good to go.
How's your rotation going, Anthony? Sorry, Alan?
So yeah, so I was just thinking because Kira suggested that we should look at some sort of rotation, which sounds like a good idea. So I'll make sure I say at least 60 feet from Iara. And do you want me to be in front of you or behind you?
You'll need to be in front. Oh, it will make a difference. Oh, yeah, no, be in front because I can always have my back to the warehouse.
So,
Is there a main door or anything for the warehouse?
yeah.
Is it well lit around the door?
There's a light source.
Wouldn't it be
So
we could set ER up there.
So which side's
like a
the
woman
door?
of the night. Under the light. It would be currently get the distance there. It's on that side there.
Okay, yeah.
And what we could do is I could patrol clockwise, Elwyn could patrol anti-clockwise, and we
Yeah.
could have Kira doing oversight on the three of us as we move around.
Yeah, on top.
Yeah.
Because Kira's going to be on the roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But perhaps more to the rear.
Yeah.
The Yara is going to be more to the front, to the street side.
So would we patrol all the way around because it's a fair distance? Or do we do like halfway and then turn around and walk back?
I guess we could probably mix it up a few different ways.
I'm just thinking, like, because we should. Is it worth like sort of programming our rotation?
Yeah, because we don't want to make the same patterns every single day, because if there were people that wanted to come in and they were
Yeah,
taking notes,
that's right. Yeah,
which also goes back to say if they notice, okay, yeah, no, I'll get there eventually. So if we have kind of a pattern but not really,
yeah. So a pattern that's like sort of not quite consistent.
yeah. And also if I notice danger, where I'm guarding with you, what I do is I'll send, like, in terms of, say, we're going into battles and stuff, do two of us battle, or do we all go and join? Because we all go and join, we live out.
This is what you're talking about now. That's good. If you zoom in to full zoom on the building,
Yeah.
um,
Oh wow.
because then you can start like drawing little pieces on something. Actually, I could just pull on some little art pieces for you, and then you can
I drag them around.
Oh well, here we go.
Unless we just make different coloured circles, if that's easier.
Okay. So if Kira is up here on the roof, and if you want to position your character instead of it jumping to the middle of the time, you hold down the Alt key and then move your character. Okay.
Okay.
So L1, bring you on a second. Just fiddle with the dimensions, shall we?
Yeah.
Do this because this is more fucking fiddly. Okay. No.
Right.
Okay, Ellen, you're here.
Right.
Represents Kira. Hopefully you can move Kira as well. Karas, next. Let me get the sorry guys.
Are you guys able to see my amazing artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Phenomenal.
So what I'm thinking is what we could do to make it reasonably random is that we all roll a d20 and we just basically rotate through the three rolls with how quickly we want to do the patrols around.
Yeah.
And then we can just whop it after those three rolls. So my dot moves to the bottom, Elwyn's moves up to the top, and then we could move Iara from the front to the rear entryway. So we
is here
constantly
so I'm just
swing through.
Sorry, as I'm looking at this, I can already find the one space where we may have trouble.
You've got Karis to get in there yet.
How do I ping it?
You put your
Oh yeah, there we go.
mouse pointer on.
So this space here and here would probably be, because obviously there's no footpath and stuff through here, and they can actually run along through the back, like through here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we probably would want that a little bit more guarded than, say, here.
That is a wall, though.
Yeah, I know there's a wall, but there's also there's a footpath up there, and they could run behind.
You have this person here
Oh,
Yeah,
so
and Kira's
she-
on the roof, looking back
Down
as
straight
well.
all over there.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm just trying to, think of all the
Yeah.
books and
Yeah.
stuff that I've read.
She's sort of
'Cause-
all over here, sort of thing. She's really got that area covered, being on the roof.
Okay, cool.
when I look at that area, do I see a lot of like foot that like
It's good. Are you talking about this area over here?
yeah, sorry,
It's
this
good
but
that
this
you're
area
there
here.
because you and Kira would be the best people to do that area because it's such open space.
Yeah. So
You
do I
would be
notice
able
there's been a lot of movement through that area when I look at the ground?
Do you want to use
Like, do people
one of
walk
your
around that
points?
area a lot?
You want to use one of your points?
You could preemptively jangle trick it, like a tripwire.
Yeah, that's what I was
there.
thinking. Like, based on that decision. Yeah, I
Remember,
guess I'll
all
use
of
one of my
this
points.
is public or accessible land.
Yeah,
Always.
but like, do people usually stick to the pathways because it's not a pathway?
They're just the
That's
main
what-
routes, not necessarily pathways. They're just the main roads.
Oh,
There's
okay.
like little lanes that go in between here and then down in here and all that sort of stuff.
Also, along the wall and that back area, do the watch walk along there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That takes a little bit more stress off us. Hopefully.
So, Karis, you should be able to pick up your figure and put yourself on the other side. You pick to go to the pointer icon and that thing, and then
Yep.
pick yourself
How do I
up over
delete what
here.
I've just done?
Should be able to move them across.
Oh God, how do I
You
delete
got to
those?
change
to
to
the
the
pointer.
selector.
Select move.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get rid of all what you've written so far. You can put it back again.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I'm wearing 2 of the copper rings.
Which
Okay.
ones? Oh, they're all magic. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So that's roughly how you're doing this. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Rightio. So I just need first of all to make a GM roll.
I hope this goes well.
Okay.
We all do.
Yep. You're doing this thing particularly this night. The Yara is sort of not really moving that much. Just so you know, Yara, I'm just sort of you're moving sort of from here, sort of to the corner, and looking down where Karis is, and to here, looking down where Alwyn is, and around this area, because this is the most lit sort of travel place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karis,
So-
you're sort of moving from around here to up to sort of here. Is that correct? Up and down.
So I was going to move from where I am
Yeah.
and come all the way around and basically pass Elwyn, and
Okay.
Elwyn's going to route round to where I was. I'm going to route round to where Elwyn was.
Always remember,
And then-
when you both pass each other, the opposite side's got absolutely no one.
Yeah, I'm thinking like we sort of. What about if we just hear me out and not try and disagree? Just like sort of as I get to the back, I turn around and then walk back, and then I instead of us actually crossing, then we walk opposite, and as we walk opposite, Kira's on top, walking opposite as well. So we're always trying to cover our bases, sort of thing.
She basically is doing this sort of scan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I have
Whereas
issue,
you guys you'd be sort of here, here, and if I'm understanding it, Caress would be this way, whereas Yara would be this way.
yeah, and what I do also is if I have time to have a quick discussion with the watch, like who are here, I'll like introduce
You're
myself.
telling them why you're here, are you?
No, actually,
No, because that's not part of the deal.
it's not part of the deal.
Mm.
Sorry, nearly. What I'll do then, say I have a little bit of trouble, I will. I don't know if I'm allowed to shoot something into the sky, like a light, like Okay, sorry, I'll get back there. I have to rethink of what the contract,
Yes.
what we were allowed to do.
Unless we do what
You are allowed
you
to
were saying,
attack
and then we
somebody.
actually walk in opposite, like clockwise and anti-clockwise, and then as we're meeting at the front, Kira's actually looking at the back,
She's
and
not
then we're
moving to the
covering
front
it
of the
anyway.
building. She's
Sorry?
sitting she's sitting mostly towards the back. She's
Oh,
not
okay.
moving. She's just rotating left to right, right to left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then, are you guys happy if we just patrol the sides then, and then Yara, you can just patrol the front?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right.
So part
I
of
think
Yeah.
the only reason why I was thinking that we might want to cross over or at least meet at some point is just it would be easier for, because you and I, that'll be the easiest way that we would be able to see each other and make sure that we're still both active. Because we can always bump into Yara reasonably easily just by looking around the corner to the front.
Mhm.
But you and I won't have any real accurate sight line of each other unless we rely on Kira to do the middle management sort of communication.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that. We could have
Okay.
Kira.
Yara
can
and
we-
Kira will be checking that you two are okay patrolling
Yeah.
up and down. Got it.
Can
Yep,
we?
that sounds good.
Can we symbol like?
Well, there'll be something
To
to
each other?
indicate. You know, if you turn around
Yeah,
and
something.
Kira doesn't
Yeah.
give you the signal or say the word or whatever, whisper the word. You know, something's happened to Karas. You need to go around
Yeah,
and
yeah,
investigate.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
for Karas
Sure.
with you.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Well, that seems pretty good. I think.
Okay. So
If
parts of the
everyone else is
contract,
happy with it.
Yara, was that you can only cast certain spells under your contract.
Yeah, I can only cast spells that don't affect.
That don't damage the environment.
Yep. And I can't use head fog because it blinds them.
Mhm. As Karas cannot use entangle because that
Affects the environment.
but he can use Shillelagh if he's got Shillelagh to magic up a weapon so he can whack them with his wacky stick.
It's alright. We'll be right. We got this.
Do I when I look on this side of the building, do I see easy access of a way to get up to the top?
There's several points, but that's what the point of pool stuff is for.
Cool. What
Okay,
do you mean by that?
That pool of points that you generated at the start,
Yeah.
you will be using those should you need to in those
Okay.
situations. Yeah? As a
Okay.
reaction to what's going on. Because you can't use them until you have some sort of situation to use them in.
Okay.
Otherwise, you use the knowledge up, and yeah, you'll see what happens later on. Or I'll debrief it so I can show you how it all works out later on.
Because I wouldn't mind setting up a couple of traps just in places where I think it'd be obvious.
Okay, rightio. So you find a place that probably is a good place that they call up, somewhere near Kira's end. You want to get up to the top there, and you want to set a trap on the guttering or something like that, where they have to come over.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to give me a climb roll.
Yeah, so I've got scale as an ability as well.
Perfect. Then you just scale roll.
So that is it. So that says dexterity. So I just do a dexterity roll.
As dexterity of prime or a secondary?
Yeah, prime.
Cool. So you can do 12 plus the challenge rating that I give it, and because it's a built thing, it's only going to give a very low one, which means you successfully scale up to where you want to put a trap, and then laying a trap is
Traps is that's wisdom. That's not good. Okay, so trap. So I do a wisdom roll.
yep, and a secondary or a
He got it.
I think I got it.
right. So no, it's not that you got it; it's that you've got an effect. Because how much you've got it by is how much I've got to fight against. So you got it by
okay.
Because it's normally an 18 you need to hit, so you've given them a difficulty of 1 to overcome it.
It's better than 0.
It's been what, sorry?
Better than a 0.
Oh yeah.
So that means that when they achieve what they've achieved, they have to achieve it higher than 1.
Yeah. First of all, if they're looking for traps, it's 1 higher, and then if they want to disarm it, it's 1 higher. because
Okay.
you set
Okay.
the extra challenge level to it. Because
Wow.
you're
That doesn't seem that difficult.
No.
Right. Are we ready?
Now,
Do we
now,
have
now,
everything?
now. So you've set a trap. Do you want to use any of your points to make that trap harder to detect?
Yes.
How many points? You may exhaust your pool before you know it.
Oh, so I don't know how many points I have to.
And they might even come up there, but this is your gamble. So do you want to make it 2,
I'll use
3, 4?
2.
What do you want?
I'll use 1 point.
Good point. Okay, we'll go.
So does this pool last for the night or until we
I'm not
complete?
telling you.
Okay. Cool. No, that's
You
cool.
haven't succeeded through the night yet, so I'm not going to tell you until
Yeah,
you've done your first
okay.
night.
Okay.
Cool.
Got to go through the experience. Okay, so you set a trap with a challenge level 2.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Kira knows where it is, so she knows not to go near it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
only you
obviously
and Kira
told
know
her.
because the other two don't need to even get up there, nor would they even be up there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you get back down. I'm going to say that's no need to roll, and you go about your business. Okay, so now you can start to see how you can use this pool. Yeah.
Okay.
To set things up either in the moment or to set things up for your hopeful future success. So the night goes on. It gets dark. Some small lamps get. It's not hugely illuminated along this passageway. There'd be probably a lantern up here at the intersection, a lantern down here at the corner. There would probably be a couple of fires over here, so it's not well illuminated. Okay.
But we can.
So,
all see in
guys,
the
just
dark
a
anyway.
quick question.
Yeah.
We're not primarily concerned with catching people breaking into the warehouse as much as we're concerned about making them not want to break into the warehouse at all, yeah?
Pretty much.
So,
you were trying to stop them from breaking in, but you're also trying to give them the idea that don't try.
Yeah.
so I mean, we could light up the area a bit better to make it harder to approach.
Or you could light it up like moth to a flame.
Remember the conditions of your contract. They don't want people attracted to this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
They don't want, you're just 4 people. They're just, ER is just a woman of the night, perhaps. If someone sees Kira on the roof.
Okay, it was one time. I sit with one person.
No, but the thing is, whatever your cover story is, whatever your cover story is.
Okay, cool.
Right, so the night moves on. The weather is very, very lightly clouded, so there's quite a bit of star. There's only like a quarter moon, but for all the elves, that's more than enough to see around you. Karis, you can definitely see 70 yards, so that's still okay for you. You're a little bit more limited than the others, but yeah, at least when they come within 60 feet, you can do something. And of course, Kira has much further sight, so if it's down the other end of the building, down her end, you've got good coverage there. It's sort of the half heading out towards you. Okay, so the night, the weather, it's all pretty good. Not a lot of people move up and down the streets here, and even fewer move behind the buildings as far as you can see Alwyn. And as far as Kira can see, because you're going to see them unless they're purposely trying to be hidden, and then I might make a roll. Yeah, so the night moves on. You get into past the midnight bell. You get into the early hours of the day. I now need you guys to all give me an endurance check, a constitution check, please. This you can add your level 2 and a bonus if you have a bonus for your constitution.
Okay, well, I failed.
Okay. This is Karis. Alwyn, is your constitution a primary or secondary?
Secondary.
Okay. And Gareth, if you can roll for Kira, please. I have no idea.
I think Constitution's a primary for
You should be able to
Kira,
do
isn't it?
Her Constitution is a primary, but she's only got 11, so no bonus, but that's only a 12 she's going to make. No. Okay.
So it'd be 10.
So, just so you know, guys, that knocks a point off your pull
Pool.
because you all lapsed a little bit.
Oh, really? What did we need to get?
Basically, you needed to make your endurance check so that you could maintain your astuteness, your
Like staying awake.
yeah, all that sort of stuff. You've had
Oh,
moments
yeah.
where
So
your guard's
how
gone down a bit.
how do
Oh.
you know what you're supposed to achieve by that roll?
Basically, you just need to make the normal roll constitution check. If it's a primary, a 12. If it's secondary, 18.
Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Imagine switching from like a morning shift to a night shift the next day.
Yeah. So your body is trying to get used to all this.
I do also
Okay.
have an idea for the next day, and we'll see how this works out.
So, before the sunrise happens, the other group comes along and talks to you. They're a group of 6 individuals. They're actually now Alwyn. Do you
Yeah.
wish to take your trap down?
No, but I tell them that it's there.
Okay. Rightio. They haven't thought of putting someone on the roof. So they only talk
Okay.
about putting someone on the roof. The rest of them will be doing their own style of stuff. They just ask you for a quick report. And roughly when it's time to go, you guys leave. So you're quite tired already right now. So
What time is
it?
Like
It's
6
just-
o'clock, is it?
Well, it's just after sunrise, really.
All right. And we're due back on station just before dusk.
Just before sunset. Yeah.
All right. Cool bananas.
So you've got a good time to sleep and all that sort of stuff. But just how do you want to organise your day? Is there anything else you need to do?
Well, we're still looking to try and track down the purple-head centaur, but maybe we should dedicate a couple of days to just getting into the swing of this before we start trying to accommodate that as well.
I discussed with the group, because I'm sitting at the front, I don't want to look like I'm guarding something. Are there homeless people by any chance in this town?
Homeless is a modern day.
So are there
label
peddlers?
For not
Are there
peddlers, for beggars.
Biggers?
It would
I
be
could.
beggars.
What do you guys think if, obviously, I'm going to be at the front, so I'm probably going to have, people walk past and stuff. Could I disguise myself as a peddler during our shift? For example, like as a cover story? What's the difference?
A peddler is someone who's trying to sell something to you, they're not necessarily begging.
No, I'd be a bigger.
Okay.
Well, you could mix it up over the course of the week. You could be a beggar one night, a peddler the next night, a juggler or something the night after.
And then that way, that's my backstory. That's why I'm sitting in front of this random place in the slums, essentially, is because I'm a beggar. And people would maybe be less likely to find me
attractive.
Yeah.
You're not attractive, but attracting to the side.
And dangerous. I've got a staff. I've got a staff. I could hobble. I don't know. It's an idea, and it is also one of my class abilities that in all the games I've played as an illusionist, I've never actually used.
Well, here's the first time.
Okay. So
this is you're talking about this as you're walking home.
No, God, no.
No.
No. I would wait until we're home. Let's have a regroup in one of our rooms. How do we think the day went? Could we improve on anything? Like a handover. And then in this room, when it's just us, because obviously I don't want other people to hear it, I would then explain the idea, hoping that no one's listening. So it takes me, if it requires 1d3 times 10 minutes of work, it can include an apparent change of height or weight. The castle keeper makes... the following modifiers are applied to a disguise check when appropriate. 6 difference, race difference, age difference. -2 per 10 years. So maybe I could make myself look older.
Mhm.
Are there any like clothes I could get? I don't know.
Well, when the shops are open, you can go. But I mean, do you want to wait up to that, or do you want to get sleep first and then wake up and do stuff in the early afternoon?
I'd get sleep first, and the clothing that I would purchase would not be from the same place. It would be from various places, like various stalls at the market.
Okay, that's all cool.
Success indicates the scars.
I'll
Okay,
look that
so
up as you're going. But don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are all just wanting to bunk down and get some sleep. Is that right?
I wouldn't mind using up a couple of spells before we
Okay. What would you like?
before we bunk down.
Yeah.
I just want to roll a couple of good berries
Okay.
for to keep for the next couple of days.
Okay, because they only last how long?
Let's have a look. Duration is 1 day per level, so I'd get 24 hours out of it.
Cool.
So I'll just I'll roll up one spell's worth.
Okay.
So 2d4.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, so I've got 2.
It's better than nothing, matey. It's
Yeah,
2 hit
and
points because they heal
I'm
hit points
gonna-
as well, don't they?
Yeah, I'm just gonna burn another spell slot for it, or another bit of mana for it.
Cool.
Alright, cool. So yeah, 6 will do. I'm happy with
Nice.
6.
as we're walking back to where we sleep, I'm, looking at the ground, looking for different coloured stones.
You've done that. There's nothing there.
Oh, that's right.
You did buy some, remember?
Oh wait, sorry. Yep, I did. Just kidding, guys.
So I'll just roll to see how many. How many did you buy?
Enough to cast it twice. So I've
Okay.
got a total of enough stones to cast Classway 3 times.
Yep. That's good.
Also, sorry, do we get XP for using spells for the first time? And this one?
That's the other game. But
Oh no, cool. Just
yeah,
checking.
No. I'm just thinking. No, because you guys are doing a lot of other role-playing stuff. I'm basically trying to get you guys to do not role-playing, die rolling the characters' abilities,
But role playing as
if
in
the players'
ROLE.
skills at trying to plan their way or think their way out of the issue with the
Cool.
players' of the characters' abilities. It's different. One you just rely on the abilities and the die roll, the other one you actually think your way out. So that's what you're doing at the moment. So disguise. Using magic and proxy illusions can disguise yourself if it requires 1d3 times, up to 30 minutes, up to half an hour. Apparent change of height, weight, no more than 1/10 original. You make it secretly, so the player's not sure if it was successful. Do you have the spell change stuff?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's all fine.
So what I would do is I'd obviously want to make myself look thinner,
Mm-hmm.
and I wonder if these things I could. Mind you, the rings I have are still copper.
Yep.
So that could kind of work. Yeah. I want to make myself look thinner, and actually, can I take the spell into real life? My height would stay the same. I'll be going out of my way to buy clothing that would make me maybe look like a pauper.
Okay.
I don't want to change my race. I would maybe want to make myself look at. I'm quite young. Maybe. No, we won't even go for age difference. Yeah.
Okay, so just taller, and you're going to try to do regular sort of clothing.
Yeah, and slimmer because I'm a bigger. I can't afford to eat.
Okay, how heavy is she at the moment?
I am. Oh my god! Have I name, class, race, alignment, experience, level, movement. Weight isn't on here. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. And charisma.
Charisma is
that
one of my
fine?
primes.
And do you have a bonus?
+2.
And what's your level?
Level 1.
Because it's a skill from your class, so you get to add your level to it. Okay,
Cool.
I'll make the roll. Because you're planning to do this in the afternoon anyway. So I'm going to say you spend around about 8 copper just buying raggy but clean clothes, because you don't want to,
Yeah, I want
it's
to.
nighttime. People aren't going to really notice the condition of your clothes, but the ragginess will be obvious.
8 copper, thank you.
And I'll tell you whether or not you succeed. Well, you'll find
Cool.
out.
Sweet. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Yep. Okay, folks. You all go down to sleep. You find that really easy. You wake up. Let's see. You probably would have had something to eat and gone to bed about 7-ish. 5, 6. So it'd be about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the time you wake up. Hungry?
Hungry? So did you say hungry?
Yep. So you wake up around about late early to mid afternoon.
Let's go.
You got about 3.5 hours, 4 hours before you have to be there.
Okay.
Do we need to do any shopping for Yara's costume?
Yeah, you can go out and do that. It'll take about half an hour to an hour.
Because if we're heading out on shopping, I wouldn't mind looking for Kira's thermos flask.
Oh
for
yeah,
tea.
forgot about that.
All cool. Okay.
In fact, if we can find a good deal on them, it might be worth grabbing a couple of them, because then we can all have nice, hot, tasty drinks to keep us awake.
So you don't find them as of the level of what we have today, but you do have some that are wrapped and insulated a bit. You do find magical ones that will always, whatever goes in comes out, sort of thing.
Yes, and how much do those cost?
They are going to cost a lot more than you have. But you can get some that are wrapped in furs and some that are wrapped in, and they've got fat and skins and all sorts of stuff, just layers of insulation sort of thing, as best they can. So, and then they'll have a layer of some sort of skin around it, so you're not bothering to hold the fat or anything. But basically, it will go cold, but it will stay warm for a while.
Oh yeah. Can I get something with a budget of say 2 silvers?
Oh, easily you get one of those for a silver.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. I'll grab a couple of those then, and one for me, one for Kira. And Kira will take some time to brew up some tea as hot as she possibly can. We'll
I get one as well.
Just before she goes.
Yeah.
I get one of those as well.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't get one because I'm a poor beggar.
You can hide it amongst your relics.
Yeah, it's just a good idea.
Okay, so you're wanting in your drink. Caress, can you give me a wisdom check, please?
And it's a prime as well.
Okay. Now, if you want to spend another one of your possible points from the pool, I can give you a hint.
Can I ask a quick question?
I think because I got some mountain mane, haven't I? Wasn't one of the properties of that it keeps you awake?
It does.
Yeah, but for how long?
It keeps you. It's a stimulant.
Yeah. So I mean, I might as well make my drink with that.
Okay. You can't have too much because you can get poisoned, but you put some in there to keep you stimulated a little bit, and you might want to tell the others. I don't know. Alan, Anthony, what was your question? Sorry.
So when you say the pool, is that all of our points?
Nope.
Or do we each
Individual.
have different pools?
We all have different numbers.
Oh, okay. I was saying, yeah, okay.
Okay, so Karis will tell you all about this stuff. Kira doesn't really want to change her tea, so she'll have to go with that. I don't know about the other two, if they want to take a
I will just stick to not stimulants unless I've seen the others partake in them, and even then I probably wouldn't do it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll
Everyone's
take
doing it.
Stan.
All the cool kids are doing it.
I'll
This
take
must
the
be what
scampi.
peer pressure is. My mum told me all about this.
Aha. Okay, so L1, are you having some or no?
I'll have the standard tea.
Okay, well, I don't know where you're getting it from because Kira doesn't sort of share with people.
I guess we could stop at that Scampi place.
She's got 400 bags of tea. I mean, she was giving it around to everyone.
No, she's giving it to whoever
Everyone she
wanted.
liked.
Yeah, everyone
Oh.
she wanted something from.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got nothing she wants, buddy.
okay.
Well,
Jeepers.
the Scampi will give you other drinks, but if you want like to find some of that stuff, you know who to go see.
Oh, the
yeah.
goat dude.
Yeah.
Well, I think if I can always refill my Mountain Main from there, I suppose, later on. But I mean, if you just want normal tea or normal coffee, you could probably just grab some from the Scampi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just get normal tea and I'll put it from my thermos.
Okay. That's all cool. So that'll be like 6 copper.
Yeah. Okay.
Complete that on your way.
And
So, Garrett, what's his name? It's an NPC. Yeah, it is Garen. Garen sort of sees you then in sort of roughly the same time. He says, "So, how are you going?"
I say we're doing well, thank you. How are you doing? How's business?
Business is really well at the moment. You seem a little bit, a tad sort of tired. Did you sort of hit the town or something last night?
Oh, I wish. No, we're just up late. We've all got stories to tell, and honestly, there's not enough time in the day to discuss these stories. I swear. And it did get a little bit late though.
Okay. Well, okay. He's pulled away from the table to see if wishes you well, and he goes off to the table. You move through the marketplace. You buy your reggie stuff.
is there any like healing potions or not so much a potion, but just like herbal potions for healing and stuff like that? Or do you just use
Well, there
bandages
are
for
people who say they have some. Of course, you'll bring Crest there has 8 good berries. And can you just describe, Crest, to us what the effects of a good berry, the total effects? I just think it'd be good if everyone knew all of the things that it can do.
Well, they're not really that amazing. They will give you an extra set of HP.
Oh god, yeah, no, that's amazing. I swear that's amazing.
And
So the caster enchants a handful of fresh berries, each of which nourishes a creature as if it had eaten a full meal, and it also cures 1 point of damage. You can only eat 8 berries in a 24-hour period.
so you
Oh.
had a good meal by just eating one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a quick way to get to sleep.
So we could maybe get one each and then eat it halfway through the shift. So we're not
Hey, if you
getting hungry
Well, the
while we eat.
reason you go into a bit of a torpor after having a good meal is because you've got so much food to digest.
Oh, yeah, good point.
You've only got a little berry to digest. So you don't get that effect.
Yeah.
It just gives you the effect of having a good meal.
But we don't go through like the lethargic.
No.
Cool. I
yeah.
mean,
I might as well hand them out there, and I've got 6 of them.
Yeah.
So if I can give
One each.
One each. One.
I'll keep a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Sorry.
Good berry.
A good berry.
Yeah.
what happens when they rot?
They, at the moment, they go off within a day. So by tomorrow morning, if you haven't eaten it, it's gone.
Yeah.
But if I've got any spell slots, I can just burn some more.
Yeah.
Okay, so your next night, you arrive there. The shift sort of as the other shift sort of just tells you they had there's some movement in the warehouse next door, the one to the up above it, and they weren't sure, but there were some people that seemed to be or appeared to be interested in what was going on here, but we believe it to be just curious observers sort of thing, not an actual trying to scope the situation out or anything. But that's about the only thing that's changed since we were here last.
Cool.
So,
I will
yeah,
put on my
you've got a bit of a,
disguise.
Oh yeah. Before
Sorry.
you do that,
Yeah.
You've got a bit of a knowledge of magic. What do you think would it be beneficial if we found some of the main entry points and like if we were to cast alarm on it, or do you think having magic spells in the place would be more likely to attract people to it?
Well, I would love to answer that question, but I don't actually know what the spell alarm is.
Oh, okay, alarm basically just it generates a ward on a specific area. So if anyone tries to get into that area or open a door or window or whatever it happens to be, it alerts the caster that intruders are trying to get in. But I mean, the only downside would be that it'd be like if they've got a magic user who can detect magic or anything. Maybe
Even if they use the tech magic, they most likely would actually probably find me first with my rings and stuff. Did you have a place that you wanted to put alarm?
Well, I was thinking if we have a look around and see if because there's probably one main door, but is there like a back door? Are there windows?
There are
is there like a
4
trap door into
doors. There's
Yep.
2 big main doors, and these doors are like 10 by like 5 feet wide each, 10 feet altogether, and about 10, 12 feet tall that you put the wagons in and out of. Then you've got a side door which goes to on the same frontage, which is another entry point, just human sized. And then if you're looking front towards the building, then on the right side around is another door into one of the offices.
And the entrance is that on there
Well, if you see the little building underneath everything,
yeah,
and you
is
see
that
little
so,
extra
yeah.
building, that's sort of a row of offices. There's a door on the side.
Okay.
Maybe put alarm.
It might not actually be worth it because the duration's only 2 hours at my level, so
Yeah, no, I
I'd
mean,
have to keep recasting it.
yeah, I think we're doing well. Well, we've had one night, this one night of success. Let's see how we go.
Yeah.
But I
sounds
wouldn't
good.
dismiss the idea. Actually, on this side here, is there a door?
No.
No.
There
Okay.
are some windows way up in the second level.
Maybe halfway through the night, one on your rotation, why not put alarm on this side? Because if this building has, it looks a bit suspicious or curious, that way, if we would know if someone's trying to get in and we missed it.
Yeah, I'm comfortable giving that a go.
Cool.
What's the range of your spell there, Karis?
Only gives me 50 feet.
Oh, tons. You got tons of it. Easy fine.
I thought you said this thing was like 400 feet
long,
in diameter.
but only 2
Yeah,
levels
but
high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, the weather.
So
The weather is.
can we?
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Well, so are people using these offices during the night, or is it all closed up?
It looks to be all closed up.
Okay.
I'm just going to need to buy a small bell on the way to the warehouse.
That's easy enough. From the, it doesn't have to be any special metal.
No, it just says bell.
Okay, so that'll cost you 3 copper pieces. It'll just be a small copper bell.
All right, cool.
So the weather is the same as the previous night. So that's familiar. Obviously, you still are going to be making some endurance checks because you're still not actually 100% in sync with this. It does take a couple of days. The night will go to the halfway point where you all have your good berries. Feel nice.
Yeah. I'm consciously making an effort to look at the doorway now that I know what's there, and making sure I look at it.
Yep.
I'm just begging.
Mm-hmm.
However, if someone comes along and I feel like they need it more than I do, I will give it back to them, and I don't want to say rude. I'll give it back to them and say, what would I say? Thank you for your kindness. May Juno watch over you.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could be making money out of this.
Yeah, I know I could. Or
Beggars don't give
or
what they receive back. It's
or-
not really being a beggar.
have you never watched Aladdin? Like, yes, they do. Or just a
Okay.
reference to their belief system here.
Okay, so at the end of the day, at the end of the shift, Yara, you're going to be making a charisma check
Thank you.
to see what you get in the pot. Karas, you put the spell up on whereabouts along the line of the building. Do you want it at the far end? Do you want to put it at like this end here, roughly in the middle, or closer to the front? Where do you want to put it? Where do you feel
Well, I think Kira's got pretty good sight on the like down here.
Yeah.
So I might as well go in the middle.
In the middle
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's where we place it. So for now, you've got a spell up there.
So guys,
What's the
the
area?
password. Oh, so it's 50-foot radiance. So if anything comes,
Wow. Okay, that's a good area.
it lasts for 2 hours. It needs a little bell to set it off. I can got the option of I don't want to I don't want animals setting it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I can give it a password of fluffy dumplings. So guys, if you need to come around here, you don't want to set off the alarm, and password's
Sounds
fluffy
good.
dumplings.
I'm so
Okay.
hungry. I would love some fluffy dumplings.
But you've got a good berry. Well, you've just had one. Okay, so the night, in fact, at the
can I
halfway
just-
point, yeah.
Check if my trap's still there.
At what time do you
Do I
want to do
know? I kind of wanted to do that at the beginning.
that? Okay. Make a spell roll.
Oh, I can't see it from the ground.
No. Well, that's the whole point of it.
Ah,
It wouldn't be a trap. It'd be a
when they
chimney.
reach over to get up on the roof, that's when they catch your hand.
oh, okay.
You have to
No,
hide
I
it
feel like
somewhere.
I'm gonna fall if I do.
You may do.
Nah, that's okay. I'll just leave.
Okay, cool. Need you all to make a constitution check, please.
I miss.
Yeah. Karas, you're feeling fine.
Yay.
Oh.
No. And Karas, you can do Kira. No. Oh, no, she's okay too. But she needs a 12, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's a prime.
Yep, so you and Kira are doing fine. Everything you've been doing is helping you adjust. So you now need not make these rolls. It just
You know what? I'm a
means
beggar. It's midnight. What?
Yara and Elwyn failed.
So we didn't get any bonuses from drinking our tea.
Unfortunately,
I didn't drink.
No.
I hadn't drink the tea either. But you know what? I'm a beggar, and it's getting late.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Shift, can you please, Yara, do a charisma check? There is a penalty on this.
15. It is a prime,
Yep.
and I get a +2, so 17.
17. So okay. So it's not quite into the silver, but still coppers. Oh, 2d5. You get 7 copper pieces. Oh, sorry, take away. Yeah, no, that's all. That's okay. Yep, 7 copper pieces. All up.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's better than none.
And you guys leave your shift.
Oh, the spell's worn out, eh?
Yeah, dies off after 2 hours.
Cool.
Yeah. Yara, the only thing you can really take from your attempt at disguise was it must have worked pretty well getting 7 copper pieces. No one commented on you at all, and you got treated like you've seen other beggars be treated. Ignored, or just someone's chucked coin but not sort of looked at you in the eye or anything. No one sort of engaged with you at all apart from those 7 people that gave you coin.
Cool. So if I was to repeat this,
You have to roll again, which is a different roll.
yeah, okay, no, I'm fine with it. But I actually would like that to be, why am I here? Why am I at the front of a building? I think for the 3-week period, this could screw me over. But I'd like
You're
that.
only doing it for a week, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we're doing this for 3 weeks.
No, it's actually only a week. Sorry, if I said 3 weeks, I gave you a
Cool.
roll.
I would like to do this for the week.
Yep.
And as we, how long does it take me to get unchanged from what I'm doing?
Half an hour.
Okay, so prior to us leaving, I would actually like to use that half hour to get changed back to my normal self.
Yep.
And as we are walking home,
Mm-hmm.
or to where we're going, I would like to give those 7 copper pieces to other beggars that I see along the street.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Cool. And now I'm tired.
Nice.
I'm very tired.
Yeah, and you guys. I'm sorry. What are you doing for the last 2 good berries before it hits 7 o'clock, Karis?
Well, I might as well flick them over to a couple of beakers as we go as well.
Okay, well, thank you.
And
Gusto.
yeah, no, sorry, no, yeah,
Yeah.
my apologies. No,
Yeah.
keep going.
Okay, and before you go to sleep, anyone doing anything? Let me give it to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to refresh my stock of
Okay.
good berry.
I don't have a
Fingers crossed.
deity,
Ooh.
so
Yeah.
5 will do. I'll just keep 5.
Cool. Okay. Rightio, guys. You sleep. You wake up somewhere, early afternoon. A bit hungry. You've got about
should we go?
3 to 4 hours before you got to go on duty.
Okay, so before we go back out, if Garen says we look tired again, right? Should we use?
Possibly.
Yep. Should we stick with the same response? Or should we? What's something we could tell him while we look tired? Oh no, I've got it. Kind of. I have an idea, but I won't tell anyone yet.
Okay.
Back to the Scampion Ball.
Okay. He just. Are you filling up your flasks?
Yeah, and maybe if they've got a breakfast omelette, something
Yeah.
vegetarian.
Well, not really breakfast. It's mid-afternoon for them.
That's breakfast for me.
Yeah.
How much does this cost us each day that we see him?
Depends on what sort of meal you want.
I will go with a light, maybe like a salad with cheese and bread.
Okay, so you're looking at around about 8 copper.
I'll definitely take the omelette.
Omelette? Okay.
Mushrooms if they've got them.
That pumps up the price to go to silver.
Oh, what? Okay, no mushrooms.
Okay. Mushrooms have to be going sort, Chick lays the egg right there and then it's done easy. Oh, we're just going to make them.
Mushrooms have feelings too.
Shit.
But there's not mushroom or anything else.
Okay. That will be interesting when we get into the game. Alwyn.
Yeah.
You doing anything?
Just light breakfast.
Okay, we know it's 8. Okay.
Yep.
You wander through afterwards. What are you doing?
Can I
You're
have a
going
closer
pretty
look at
late
some
in
of
the
these
afternoon, aren't
animals?
you? Sorry? Yeah.
Can I have a closer look at some of these animals in the cages?
There's still some there. There's some songbirds. There's some small.
Also, can I suggest that we don't take the same route to the same place all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There are some animals there that are being sold as fighting animals, like ferrets and
Oh.
and stoats and stuff. Just not.
Well, that seems heartlessly cruel.
Yeah.
there's probably still not much I can really do here without causing a scene, so we'll bite the tongue and wander on.
I touch Kira's shoulder, and nod, and like drag my hand lightly off his or her.
Karis is it him?
Karis, and
Kira
like a light
is him.
touch, like I understand, but we've got better things to do. Currently, right now.
Right. And you take a different route this time. You arrive there. The shift watch says it's been pretty much the same as yesterday. Yeah, that's about it really.
I ask, how was that building?
Well, busier. Well, more busy. Well, about the same busy as it was yesterday, but we haven't observed anyone sort of using their proximity to it to be observing us as far as we can tell.
What sort of building is it? Is it a store?
It's another warehouse.
Do we know what's stored in there?
Nope. Wagons go in, wagons come out empty. Wagons got covered stuff in boxes, stuff in crates.
Okay. Are there people that in and out regularly outside of the people driving the wagons?
People go, but it's not busy.
Okay.
About half a dozen to a dozen people a day.
So any of them look suspicious?
Like we said, we don't think anyone looks particularly suspicious. We don't think we've seen anyone trying to observe or gain any intel on us.
Are they
our business.
Are they normally this busy?
We don't really know. We were hired only about 5 days ago.
Oh, okay.
But in the 5 days we've been here, it seems to maintain the same sort of frequency of business.
I thank him for his information, though we don't communicate. Maybe we should.
Tonight you notice that the doors are still open for this other one, and there seems to be some activity of people getting ready. Actually, there's several carts in a procession, and you should already know that there's a caravan probably going to head out of town tonight, which is kind of an odd time to leave, but
Also, I will be redoing my disguise each time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So that was 20, and this is a charisma check, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh wait, I get to see this.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that one.
Oh, okay.
You knew it was a pretty good one last time, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were boosted by that, so that may not happen all the time, but anyway. You guys...
I'm still weary. Sorry, I'm gonna take in the information and be like, okay, it's cool, but I'm still more weary towards that warehouse because it's kind of weird. Why are they traveling at night? They're merchants. It's dangerous. We've done this before, but okay, if that's what they want to do.
But I mean, it's not unknown, but it's unusual. A couple of examples would be that there's an urgency about getting whatever they're carrying to a certain place.
They could be doing illegal shit, but
that's
if
also
they're not
the
doing,
other thing.
if they're not doing it to us,
yeah, but we
mind.
won't meddle in the affairs of others yet.
Yet.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, so that night. This is your third night.
So can I ask Kira if my trap's there, or can she not see it either?
She doesn't really know where you put it, just look like area. She has to go up and probably blindly stand into it.
Yeah, okay.
Go on, you want to climb up there and check that it's all good.
Nah, because you know what will happen? I'll roll something and I'll fall down.
Yeah, but we can heal you up with good berry.
He's got a spare good berry.
Okay.
Don't you sprain your ankle or anything, though.
It is 1d6 damage from the second 10 feet, so Where you go?
Oh shit. Alright.
Just have a good berry.
Okay. Okay.
You climb up. Still there. You've left it. How you've left it.
It hasn't changed, obviously.
No. And you climb back down again. You don't have to get back
Okay.
there.
Cool.
Rightio.
Can I just use also? Is it possible to look and see if there's some unusual, like heavier footprints that are more recent that are following a certain path today, or is it just everything's just?
You can make a track check if you wish to, and if you feel you've got any points left in your pool, you can say I'd like to use 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever to improve the chance of this happening or me identifying something.
So do I have to call that before I roll my track roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no. You can do it afterwards.
Okay.
So what matter, because this is all plain stuff. So.
Okay. Because it's that means I need an 18, don't I?
Sorry?
Because it's not a primary, does that mean I need an 18?
Yeah.
So I have to use 2 points?
If you want. If you've got.
If I've got.
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon it's worth it?
I think it's probably worth it. We
it's
haven't
my points
used any
anyway.
points yet.
It's only day 3. It's only our 3rd night, and
That's almost halfway.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's worth. Okay, based on the information we know, say that warehouse is becoming suspicious, right? We don't know how many points we've got, and it could come to the last 2 days. We've got no points.
Yeah, true. I'll just leave it.
Okay. All good. Rightio, that night. The weather is pretty much the same as the past 2 nights, so you do have good vision. That's not an issue. It's a little bit more busy on the street. There are a few people cutting across the back, but they're not coming anywhere near the warehouse. They're sort of more or less sort of scooting up here and all these sort of things.
I'll make a note of just checking the rooftops of those buildings as well. I know Kira's doing that anyway, but not when she's
you
not.
can mention it to her.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you give Kira a roll, please, on a wisdom check, Kara? Do that this time. Oh my goodness. Okay, as far as Kira's concerned, there is no one else on the roofs of this building, this building, and this building.
Okay.
During the night, I would also like to take note of the people, like if the same person again gives me copper, I would like to take a mental note of that. Or just money in
Just gotta go back to my last roll for you. I got what you are. Yeah, okay. No one seems to repeat their thing. We're gonna make it a later on. And I need Kira and Ellen. No, Kira. No, not Kira. Kiara and Alwyn to make their endurance checks.
Yeah. That was a wisdom.
No, don't get it.
Constitution.
Okay.
But I would like to maybe use me getting tired as part of my bigger, not fall asleep, but, like, seem vulnerable.
Okay.
Seem, not as, seem.
Well, you are. In this role, you are vulnerable.
Okay, cool.
Uh-oh. I'll let Kira know that I'm feeling quite lethargic.
Well, no, it's not that sort of thing. You just,
okay.
suddenly overcome and you miss a beat or something several times.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a 3-hour period thing where it just is total blank. It's
Oh,
sort of
okay.
done. Is Caress putting up a spell tonight on the same place?
Yeah, I think I may as well. Although if I guess if oh no, I'll do it in the same place. Yeah, rather than move around too much.
Cool. Halfway through, guys. Good berry, so at least you're full.
Can I investigate whether or not there's been any changes in the building or anything? Like
how would you
any
get inside
wood?
to find out?
No, just from the outside, just seeing if there's any wood panels missing or something like that.
You would have to get here in daylight, wouldn't you, to see that? Well, you wouldn't.
Oh,
You
I
would do it
can't.
now, but then that means you're looking at that, not at your surroundings.
Oh, okay.
You choose where to focus. I know what's
We
around
could-
you.
We could always, again, I think it's a really good idea. We could always come back a little earlier
Yeah, maybe I do.
to double check, look around, maybe make friends with the locals that like live in this space. What's up with me making friends?
We do want to conceal ourselves, though, not let people know that we're patrolling.
Mm. You
Well,
don't get
see,
too friendly, do you?
I could. Me as myself, I could. Me as the digger, probably would not. But I couldn't do this. Could I do this alone?
It's entirely up to you. You know what happens in this group?
Yep,
You're
I
on
do.
your own. If it goes well, great. If it doesn't, you're on
But
your own.
there is an idea, like
Mhm.
you guys could be 30 feet behind. I don't know. We'll think of this as we get there.
Well, yeah, we'll think about it.
Right.
It'll be a tomorrow thing. So.
But this is kind of fun.
The night goes through again with no issue. Can I get
Starting
everyone
with
to make a wisdom check, please?
No, I failed my wisdom check.
Karis.
Mine's a primary.
Is yours a primary or a secondary, Alan?
No, mine's secondary.
Okay, and for Kira, please, Karis. Nope. Okay.
Wisdom was not my thing
Right,
tonight.
Karis, you're not
Hello.
really sure, but you believe over here, for several up and down of your sort of movements, you saw somebody or someone over in this area here. You're pretty convinced of it.
Okay.
And you kind of got the idea they weren't being obvious, but they were trying not to be seen. That's sort of how it appeared to you.
All right. Would I be able to burn a mana point casting detect neutrality?
Remember, that's casting on somebody.
Is it? I thought it allows me to detect the area to see if there's objects.
But it's on the person.
Are you trying to cast it on a person?
No.
So you're going to cast it on the ground?
Presence of neutrality. Actually, no, it probably wouldn't, because anyone who's watching us is probably not going to be neutral, would they?
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay,
Probably
no, we'll
going
skip
to
that
either
then.
have a
Yeah. No, we'll give it a miss.
Okay, but
I don't have very many applicable spells.
Well, you have a brilliant one in Tangle, but the problem is you're sort of constricted about not being able to use it inside the bloody town.
That's a clever pun.
Isn't it? Just?
Once we get back to the hotel, I do have something I want to discuss with the group.
Right. So,
well, what I might do then is because Elwyn can track the hell out of things. Elwyn, do you want to pop over to that corner and see if you can discern like anything from the ground, footprints, number of people, what size, what kind of person it might have been, anything at all that might be able to help us if this guy comes back?
Yeah, okay. I can do that. But I'll have to let Kira know to watch mine.
Oh no, but this is the end of the day.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of hours gone by, and his thing is the more hours that go by, the harder it is for him to find anything. Also, you're supposed to actually see the persons or things involved first, I believe. I'll just check that out. However,
That's for
he's-
tracking.
For tracking.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. However, he does have that.
Track any creature in the wilderness setting that leaves a discernible trace.
Not really in the wilderness, though, I suppose.
I guess so.
But I mean, there's still a lot of
They
skills.
can
you
almost
could
determine
apply.
characteristics about creature being tracked. Ancestral wisdom check. 5 hours.
So yeah, so he's got to be watching it before 5 hours goes up.
So what's the time roughly now?
Well, there's no time. You're not going to hear much in the way of bells at night time, or not really for hours. Of the
Oh,
day.
yes. So, and I wouldn't know, get a gist
With
of what
it,
the time.
you check it out. You listen on. Humanoid to the +2.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you're level 2, is that right?
No, level 1.
Level 1. Okay.
Aren't we all level 1?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So, Ranger.
Yeah.
Like, how long do you want to wait before you tell him, Karis?
More. I guess probably from the wise thing to do is really only mention it when I see him, and I won't really see him until the end of the shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I can just hope that he can discern footprints or something like that.
Okay. Cool. Rightio.
Alright.
Right, you're going over there, and you're going to make a roll. And this is the wisdom check. Is that a primary or a secondary?
That's you, Elwin.
Owen?
Oh, sorry. Is this? I thought it says the day finished. Is this after?
Very much.
Okay. So it's a. I should make my wisdom.
Sorry.
primary.
You know how the day's over and we do a handover to the next group?
I'm going to handle it in a second. Yep.
Oh, sorry. Cool.
Just want to get this tracking thing done.
Yeah. Okay. So, wisdom. Oh. So it's a secondary. So I need
Okay.
use a fair bit of
You
points
do
to
get a
get that.
+2 because it's humanoids.
So that's a 13.
Right. That secondary needs at least an 18. So you're
I'm a bit of a druid. Could I see if I can help him?
No, unfortunately. It's not
All
your
right. I stand there and nod knowingly, like,
Okay.
yes.
Perhaps next time we might do it a little bit sooner.
Yes, we might
Just
abandon
okay.
our posts in the middle of the night so we can come over into the darkness.
Yes. Okay, Iara, what did you want to do as they come in?
I think it's worth telling the handover group what we've seen. That we've noticed a person suspiciously sitting or being in this space, and describe them to the best of our recollection, and
recollection.
and hand the information over. So that if a person fitting that description appears or is there for any amount of time, it's handed back over that way. If it is, we find a continual pattern, oh my lord. So I had a personal thought. If it is, then we know that this person is actually scoping us out, right? So come to the next night, if we notice this person again, we know they're scoping this place out. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Like there's a pattern of the behavior.
So if we see them scoping the place out, we'll know that they're scoping the place out.
Yep. So we're hands it back over, so that the information has been handed.
Very, very dry there, Gareth. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think
Yo,
he might be getting at is that you've got corroboration confirmation that you
Yeah.
have found
And
someone
also,
who's got-
my 2.5 years working at a prison facility has paid off.
Cool. Okay, radio. So, you do tell them about your little encounter, Karis?
Yeah, but I didn't really see very much, did I? So I can't
No.
really describe the person at
Well,
all, or
they're humanoid.
even how many there.
Humanoid.
Okay.
There's probably one. They're not the average human size. They're either crouching down or we're just small people. Small, not 2 foot high, but like 5'7", 5'6" ish. Darkish coloured hair, probably male because it didn't look like long hair to you. But you got to remember you've only got a 60 foot, so you couldn't see as clear as an elf would. So that's a very general sort of description. Probably a human, probably somewhere between 5'7", 5'8", probably dark hair, probably male. But
We don't know yet.
no, there's no definites, but you've got something that raised a query.
Sounds like it might be worth swapping sides tomorrow night, Elwyn.
Yeah. That's a good idea, actually.
Cool. And I go get changed. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry, I'm busy with this idea and I hope this works. I just want us to hurry up and get back to where we're going.
Well, then you go back to your apartment. You got one good berry. Oh, sorry. Give me a die roll, please, for your begging.
11 plus my level. Do I get my level?
No. 11 plus what I know.
Oh, no, 11, 12,
Okay,
13
so you-
plus my charisma bonus.
Yes.
Yep, so 11, 12, 13, and it is a prime.
13. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Radio. You managed to collect 3 copper and 7 silver.
Nice.
Hey.
I'm going to feel a bit stingy, but I'm going to hand off my leftover Goodberry to whatever beggar we find on the way home.
That's not stingy at all.
Whoever the hungriest looking one is.
Yeah.
Even though I could probably use the money, I'll do the same thing. I will give. Actually, I know this is gonna. Is there like a little maybe like a I don't know the old term is like a creche, like a kindergarten
No.
where the
There'd be an orphan house, there'd be a workshop for this.
Okay. If is there an orphan house on our way back to the hotel?
Apartment, but yeah.
Apartment. Apologies.
Right.
I would like to drop off the 7 silver and 3 copper.
Okay.
Could you buy an orphan for that amount?
Easily. Probably buy about 6 of them.
Hey, but do we really need some more people?
Oh, do you think it's worth like?
Well, we could
I
set
don't
them
know
up
if
as
this is
like
a
the
bad
Baker
idea.
Street regulars, and we could get
But-
them to do the snooping around looking for the purple-headed.
Yeah,
seagull
is it
for us.
worth getting like employing 2 kids to just scope out? Is that like unethical?
Do they have child
Like-
labour laws?
Does
for my-
that work against your own morality as a character?
So for myself,
Is it?
for myself, I won't.
unethical, though?
So for myself, because I'm the one giving the money, I wouldn't do that because I just wouldn't. I would just give.
That's thrown in the group once you get back to your apartment for the next day to consider. Okay.
Yeah.
Where you
it's
go,
just- yeah.
Yara? What's the idea you have?
Okay. So this time, I would like to. I don't know if I can. If there's a space that I could get changed, I would like to do a little differently. This time, I don't want to be Iara. I want to be the bigger. Just in case we are being followed and stuff, that sort of thing. Also, as I do so, I'm hoping for an interaction with Garen to see how he responds. Because of this, he does get a +4, based on. He gets a +4 if he is familiar with me.
Which is.
Yep. but I would like, if possible, if I have any, to use a point in the pool to make myself so that he does not recognize me.
Okay, you already go. So now that, so that's going to happen when you get up.
Also, I won't be. I will be maybe 10 to 15 feet in front of you, because if I'm behind, I'm screwed.
So
But I'm a
dressed as the bigger, you're going into a business to have an interaction with Garen.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk in and ask for food. And how much does the food cost in this place?
It can be expensive. It can be.
Hey,
Cool. Yeah, I'm
Don't
going
get the
to.
mushrooms.
I'm going to walk in and I'm going to offer him, after some conversion, because I know that yesterday he's a little inquisitive. I'm going to offer 2 copper pieces and ask if this is enough to get a meal. And then I want to see how like his response is. Like if he's like, "No, get out of my establishment," I'm like, "Okay, well you only like us because we bring you money and potentially information." If he's okay with that, then he's a kind person. But you know what? We'll just roll with it. We'll see how we go.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's a cool.
Maybe I'll put my get some dirt and rub it on my skin so I look dirty and try a little bit harder.
Okay, so the rest of the day goes as per normal.
I wouldn't mind if we could, because I used up the last of my doses of mountain mane tea last night.
Yeah.
So if we can pop through the marketplace again, I wouldn't mind picking up a couple of bushels of, well, not bushels, but a couple of handfuls of carrots and dropping around at Islander's place.
Yes.
Just feed the goats and see if I could sketch some mountain mane tea or anything other kind of stimulating off him if he's got anything.
Actually, can I reverse what I said and be behind the group?
It's entirely up to you. So
Because
you
I have another idea.
are indisposed when you leave the apartment.
Yep. And I would like to be behind because, say, for example, he gets what he needs from a merchant, and I recognize one of those merchants as someone who gave me copper or silver. I want to know this and then do something later.
I don't. Okay, we'll see. But your character doesn't have a photographic memory.
Sweet.
You've had quite
I'll get some tea as well
From where?
when Karis from the goat guy.
Islander.
When Karis
Okay,
goes.
rightio.
Yeah.
So he comes up and talks to you, and he says, "Why do you want to drink that?"
I'm addicted to it now.
I'm addicted to it, but I mean, there's other things that are a little easier on the system that will do the same job.
Oh, what do
yeah.
you recommend?
So he'll.
Why are you holding out on us, old man?
No, he quite happily gives you a handful of some of the stuff. Marshmallow root.
Oh, yum.
No, it doesn't taste like marshmallow. It looks like marshmallow. But it's a bit of a bitter root. But put it in water. You can add a bit of honey to it to take the bitterness away. Steep it in water, and it'll have almost the same effect, and you won't have any of the other reactions.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you very much,
Yeah, that'd be
Islander.
great.
Okay.
I thank
And,
him
I
very
bought
much.
carrots
as well.
for your goats.
Thank you, Sister Carrots. Thank you very much.
And you can have carrot if you want.
I've got to make it in the garden.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't bring any carrots, but I can offer you some. I can compensate you some other way if you prefer.
You're a ranger, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, at your convenience, you might stop by and tell me about some of the interesting flora fauna that you've engaged or interacted with.
I will do. I'll perhaps on another day. We're quite busy this week, but yeah, we'll definitely have a chat one day.
Rightio.
As this is happening, can I interact with? Because I look like a homeless. Can I interact with other beggars as they're like shopping?
you can try, but don't seem to be any beggars in this area.
Okay. Oh well. I tried.
You've got to remember this area is the sort of entrance way into the city, so there's quite a bit of a city guard presence.
Okay.
They tend to move people along that they don't want people to see.
Have we been to see Garen? No. Yes.
Maybe heading
No.
down now.
I think I need to roll for my good berry as well.
Yes.
As well. Ah, okay.
It's.
Are you doing another one, Karis, or?
Can I count this as having rolled before we went to sleep?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Oh, nice.
Hola.
Right. I'm going to make some happy biggers on the way home tonight.
Uh-huh.
Or tomorrow morning, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
If nothing happens.
Yeah. Okay, so you head towards. I need to make the roll 1d20 minus 2 plus 3. Okay, and this is the prime, isn't it? Charisma.
Yes, charisma is my prime,
Okay, right.
and I've used 1 point from my pool.
Yes. Okay. So that means your effect is that much. Okay. So that's what you said. And he gets his roll. That's versus his charisma roll, isn't it? Intelligence roll. Intelligence.
Yeah, it is an intelligence check.
Right. So he is. Roll that. Second 1d20 plus anything. Maybe if it'll beat that number. Oh.
Can I like roleplay how I would do it?
No, it doesn't matter. Well, you could have
Okay.
before it made the roll, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, well, you walk in and you get not a get out look, but you get some, not dirty looks, but some sort of looks from various people. You get as far as the bar, he's behind the bar, and you open your mouth and says, "Look, listen, lady, I can't help you. This is a business. You need to come in at the beginning of tomorrow morning. Any food we have left over, my girls go to the back of the kitchen, and that's when I'll have food for you. At the moment, I can't give you anything."
Also, how does he say this? Like, is
That's
he
what I've
like? Oh,
had.
so it's flat.
Pretty much. It's like he's done it many times before, probably.
Okay. I, thank you for talking to me. And I walk outside and pray that I get a good berry real quick.
Why?
Because I didn't get any food.
No, I split the good berries already, so you've got like.
Oh, cool. Okay. As I walk out, can I eat a good berry without people looking? Yeah. Okay. I'll
Most
just.
people eat berries without looking.
Okay. Yeah. I'll eat a berry because I'm gonna be hungry.
And feel full. Okay. You're moving. You're behind the group somewhere. They've gone into Garen's, and he asked where that woman, the other woman that normally comes with you, Lara or something. She's not there with you today. What's happened?
I think she's having a sleep in. She was up on it all night.
She seems to be a bit of a wild one.
That's what the bartenders tell us.
Really? Oh, I've got to try harder then, I guess. I've got to try harder.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Thank you. So, what are you guys doing?
We're kind of just randomly running around looking for stupid poker games to get into. Do you know of any where
Well,
that's
there'll
got
be a couple
decent?
tonight. Early hours
No,
of the evening.
what kind of stakes do the tables run?
Oh, okay. No, my establishment doesn't go into anything serious like that.
Oh, okay.
Probably you probably want to try over the Pale Ale. They give them some serious stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that might be worth a go. Might pop over there tonight instead of
The
wandering around.
yeah, the keeper's name is Stig. He's not too bad.
Thanks for that information.
No problem.
Dig. All right. Brilliant.
Deg, he said.
Stig.
Dig.
Stege. But
Okay.
Iara knows that already. She slept with him.
Oh, was that
Oh,
the
is that
pale
the
ale we
same
were
one?
Yeah.
at?
Okay. You guys basically, you know that somewhere behind you, Iara is following you. But I need you all to make a wisdom check, please.
Right.
No levels, just bonuses, and whether it's a prime or secondary, and tell me whether you did it by how much or you failed.
Okay.
So I got mine by 2 because it's a primary and I rolled 18.
I definitely do.
Yeah, my wisdom is
Okay.
not on today.
And Kira, please. Kira. It's good being the druid. Oh, okay.
Oh,
And Kira, okay.
gee.
Rightio. Karas and Kira. Well, it's almost at the same time you both sort of turn to Elwyn and say, we're being followed or watched or something. And you both have picked out a person that's moving at the perimeter of either the marketplace or then the perimeter and going in between buildings and like hanging back from you. Basically, Kira and you have managed to get you more than Kira. Yeah, young man, about 5'8", browny chestnut, really coloured hair, wearing sort of a light brownish shirt, rolled up sleeves. He's wearing some sort of black dark jerkin or something. He's got some pants on. He's got some boots on, just black boots. Looks a bit like a stevedore, so someone who operates down from the docks, like loading and unloading cargo.
Do I notice any bushes or
You
shrubbery close by?
don't notice a single thing with your four. You're lucky.
No,
to
no,
be
no,
able to
no. Like, no. Well, just looking in front of me, is there any bushes or
No,
shrubbery?
you're in a city.
Oh, I'm in the
No
city.
parks
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Is it like because I've got the check? I've got a conceal ability. I'm just not
If you're
sure.
in the wilderness.
Oh, it's only in wilderness.
I
Okay.
think it's only in wilderness. All your stuff is
Okay.
wilderness based stuff.
Yeah. I thought, didn't I have? Oh no, it's not. Doesn't matter.
So, Koresh, you've got a much clearer picture of who's following you. So, what do you want to talk to the other two about doing?
Well, I'd like to surreptitiously let Elwyn know what I've seen so that he can sight on the bloke who's shadowing us because he'll be obviously better at noticing him than I am.
You would think so, but no.
What I'd like to do in this situation is basically just try and keep an eye out, get Elwyn to notice where he is, and then myself, Kira, and Elwyn can keep an eye out on him as we're moving towards our location to the warehouse thingo. Because, I mean, we're a few hours early, aren't we? That's what we plan to do.
Yeah.
So this might be a good opportunity to see if the person follows us all the way to the warehouse. We might be able to backtrack him a little bit.
Okay, so you want to try to use some of your points that you pulled to backtrack.
Yeah, if we can't get, if Elwyn isn't able to do it.
You're leading it, so I'm going to ask you to do the roll.
All right.
D20. And how many points of your pool do you want to put into this? If you want to do this. If you succeed, you're setting his difficulty level to actually notice this before you spring the trap.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't thinking of trapping him so much as just wanting to see if he follows us all the way to the warehouse, and if he does, what he does from there. Because if he disappears, we might be able to backtrack where he's come from.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I don't really know if there's any point to that.
You know, there is, because remember, for the day before yesterday, sorry, yesterday I'd said we would come a little bit earlier to like scout the area out and stuff. So I would hope that we are a little bit earlier than we normally
You
would
haven't
be.
got
Maybe.
there yet, so you're still travelling to it.
Oh,
While we're walking and discussing this, I asked the group if they think it's worth going past the orphanage and asking if any of the kids want to, if they give them the description of the person that we think is following us, if we ask them if they can sort of distract him and like bait him out into sort of.
that's a good idea. Again, I'm not actually there, so.
Oh, aren't you with us?
No, I'm following behind you.
Oh, that's right.
30 feet
Yes,
behind
yes,
you,
yes.
So she has no idea
Yeah.
what you're doing.
So I'm obviously asking Kira and Karis this.
It's a tricky one. I don't really know. I mean, I as a druid, I don't have a lot of experience in this, so I don't really know what the best course of action here would be. I mean, if we were in the forest, I'd like sick a beer on them or something.
Yeah, if I was in the forest, I'd just hide and then sneak up behind him. But
We could possibly still
can't
do
do
that, like because you might be able to duck out of his line of sight and maybe get behind him, and then you could follow
Is there
him
any
following
like
us.
forest, like trees and shrubs and stuff around the warehouse?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can I offer a?
No, you're not there. You can't. Sorry.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's not to do. It kind of is, but it's not. Like, it wouldn't be me as the end game character.
It's still metagaming.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. So are you going to try to peel off and then watch what he does, Elwyn? Or do you think it'd be better someone who actually has noticed him do that?
I think it'd be better if
I'll give it a go.
I reckon we do peel off, and then we could potentially try and overlap each other, so then we can almost.
Well, you are
catch
still
them.
talking, so you can identify the location that where you're going to meet.
Yeah, we could split up and take. Oh no, I don't really want to split the party. No, I don't like the idea of this. There's nothing we can really do. There's nothing to be gained or
Okay.
learned.
All right,
I mean, we
okay.
could track him, but we're not going to be able to track him back to where he's come from or anything. I think we just need to keep an eye on him and see
I
where
still
he
think
ends
it'd be
up.
a good idea to get the kids to help us.
It might be a bit tricky. Like, I don't know if we'd be able to explain exactly what we're trying to do to the person who runs the orphanage and the kids in a timely fashion.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just go back to the warehouse and then just scout it.
As you're moving along, Chris, you're approached by a beggar. I'm suddenly realised the beggar that you gave the good berries to, and he just sort of like is holding your hand. He thanks you again profusely. You don't know you saved his life, and da 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 da. And as he walks, he sort of whispers something to you. He says, "The grey hands are following you. The court of beggars is behind you. Farewell, friend." And he ducks off.
Can I give him another good berry before he does a runner?
Yeah.
Bonza. I think
Oh,
I've got
that was
enough.
one of the beggars that you've been giving good berries to.
All right.
Oh,
Well, we've
nice.
got a name to at least.
Sorry. So
check
what
on.
was that name?
The grey hand.
The Grey Hand.
Yeah. So when we get to the warehouse, we can ask the guards that are there if they know anything about the grey hand.
Yeah,
They might have heard
seems
of
like
it
a good
before
idea.
if they've been around longer than we have. Other than that, I think we're pretty much stuck in the same spot of just checking everything out, making sure that all the doors and the windows and everything are pretty good still.
Yeah. But we're
Uh,
swapping tonight, right?
Yeah, we'll swap sides, so you've got a better
Yeah.
sight line on that corner.
So,
Okay.
so what is the grey hand again? The quarter biggers?
The Greyhounds are following you. The
Mm.
court of beggars is behind you. Your brother is what he gets told.
I think we might have made
Cool.
some friends with the beggars.
Yeah, we'll get there. Let's finish this night and go from there.
Oh, they're behind us, as in they're backing us.
No,
Uh,
behind us is
Who
in.
knows? I guess you have to find out as the game
Oh,
as the story
okay.
progresses. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you get there a bit early, you talk to the people, you ask them about the Greyhounds.
Yeah.
The only thing they can offer is there's supposed to be some sort of thieves guild.
Oh, well, that's not ideal.
No.
No, why do you ask?
I think it's probably best to be honest, and we just tell them that
Yeah.
we've heard rumors on the street that the Grey Hands are interested in this part of town for some reason.
Oh, no, it's about then that you notice a kerfuffle. Someone yells out, falls on the ground over here, and you see people running away.
Okay, well, I would. Okay, so I would probably not be in this because. Oh, do they people with the handover group? Do they know me, or as me as my disguise?
Have you shared your disguise with them?
No, I haven't.
I don't know you.
Okay, then therefore I would not be, and their handover, so all relevant information to me is, so I'd be outside because I'm going to my begging spot. So
They
I
could tell you
would.
to get the hell out, because it's still your duty.
Cool. So I would then move or observe the altercation.
Not really observing much of it. That's what you see.
Um,
And
I
also,
turn.
the rest of you, what are you doing?
Well, so the morning guard is still on duty, aren't they?
Mm.
And they've still got the guy on the roof and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well head over and check out what the kerfuffle is.
Yeah, okay with it.
Okay, so there's some gentleman, he looks vaguely familiar to you. Brown coloured shirt, black jerkin, stevedore short to him.
What colour are his
But
hands?
he's sort of trying to get up and sort of stunned a little bit. You can see different bump appearing on the back of his head.
I will.
And Karis, can you give me
sorry.
one last wisdom check?
I'm due for a bad roll here, so let's go.
Hey, I've had bad rolls all night.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
You can use your points. Is that a primary?
You want
'Cause you only
to?
need one.
Yeah, it's a primary, so would I need one?
To make it successful.
Let's use a point.
Okay. So that would meet the number. So at the other end of the alley, you see a very familiar person holding his thumb up.
Oh, it's the beggar.
Several.
I give a thumbs up as well.
Several people. And they scamper off behind the building.
I think we should probably have a chat with this bloke.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna. Do we think?
So one of
We
the
should-
other guards comes over and says, "What's going on?"
Can I? Okay,
This
can
guy's
I?
starting to try to get up.
So what did you say, Steve?
I'm just gonna hold him down and just
Okay, so Alan
ask
puts his
him,
foot on his back and holds him down.
and then ask him, "What's the plan here, mate? What are you doing?"
I got attacked. What did you want to do, Iara?
So before he walked over to put his hand on his back, or what he did, I would walk over. Actually, sorry, team, because obviously I know nothing. And he looks like a beggar. I am a
No, he
beggar.
doesn't.
No,
Oh.
he doesn't look like a beggar. The beggar's hit him.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I misread that situation.
Mhm. He's someone that you have no connection to.
You don't even know who this guy is at the moment.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Karis does, Kira does, Alwyn doesn't.
Yeah, so I ask, what
That
the
one
fuck
is
happened?
familiar, but that's it.
What happened?
So
Yeah,
I'm just going to kneel down next to the guy,
Mhm.
and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wave my hand towards the, not towards our warehouse, but to the other one. So the one I'm pinging.
Yep.
And I want to ask him, do you know what we're doing in that warehouse?
I don't know nothing, he says. All I know is I got attacked and he tries to get up again. He tries to get his hand onto the back of his head, rubbing his bump. One of the other guys comes over at this point and says, "What's going on, guys?"
Are there any beggars lurking around?
No.
Or the
This
scam
gentleman
got
was
off?
following us. He was following us from the marketplace. He follows us all the way out here. He's looking at some warehouse. And frankly, I'm kind of wondering why. I'm
So
wondering
the
if
guy
we should
says, well, it's perhaps we should take him off somewhere to investigate and give you some news later on.
I think it might not be a bad idea. We've got some people who specialize in sort of getting information out of people, I imagine.
Some of my friends specialize in getting information, definitely.
I'm just gonna act like a homeless.
This could all just be some horrible misunderstanding, of course. I mean, I recognize that the gentleman might have just got bonged on the head by an overzealous beggar and was just minding his own business. I sure would hate to put someone in danger or cause any harm to become to them.
I don't know,
if it was all just a
I
simple.
I got attacked from behind, and you taking me away for what? I object. He's starting to raise his voice.
We're just trying to understand why you're following us.
I wasn't following you. I just got here.
Who are you following?
I wasn't following anyone.
So what
We
are you doing
noticed
here?
you following us from the market.
Perhaps I was travelling in the same way as you. I don't know.
Do I notice any like marks or tattoos or anything that I would
No.
recognize as
No.
no?
So the guy says, "What are we going to do? Are we taking him in, or are we letting him go?"
I think it's probably best if we. I mean, it could all very well just be an honest mistake, and there's
I
nothing
think
going on at
yeah.
all. We should probably get his head checked out to make sure he's okay.
I'll
Maybe
be
you guys
okay.
should
I don't
take
need to
him.
get my head checked out.
No, I think you do. I mean, because you don't want to have a
So
concussion or
do I.
anything like that. That would be very, very bad. So what we'll do is we'll take you back to the Merchants Guild, and we'll get some of the guys there to just have a chat with you and make sure that everything's okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, I don't need to go to any merchant guild. I can look after myself. Just let me up. I'll be fine. I'll get on my way.
As he's
No.
like going on his way, can I just sit there and like shake my pan and any coin?
The guy looks,
Kind
shoots you a
sir?
dirty look. And the
All right, so what we're
guard
doing is
guy sort of goes up to you and says, "Lady, back off."
I just
we're going to
like
tie him up. We're going to
Okay,
get,
yeah.
we're
So
going to
I'm
hand him
gonna
over to
tie
our
him up, and
guards.
then we're gonna take him
The
to
guy
the
says,
merchant guild.
don't tie him up. All we need to do is we just need to," and then he whacks him on the back of his head with his pommel, and the poor guy falls unconscious. We will put him in a sack. We'll carry him. People don't need to know what we're carrying. Okay.
Okay.
If there's one, there's probably two. So you're gonna have to be on extra alert tonight. Where is your fourth? Why hasn't she shown up?
It's
She's watching from the shadows. You won't
Yeah.
notice.
Good idea. Didn't know she was that sort. But anyway, okay. Me and the guys will take him and we'll see if we can find information and we'll get back to you at the end of your shift.
If it all turns out to be just a horrible, horrible accident, please pass on my sincere apologies.
I will, but somehow I don't think it's going to be. If you've identified him as is he the guy? He sort of looks like the guy you were talking about before the other night, as well, doesn't he?
Do we
but of
do we
course I didn't
sense
get a
that this
massively
guy's
good
being
view.
genuine?
Oh,
Do I
God, there's no
do I
way.
get the gist that this guy's being completely genuine with us?
He's unconscious at the moment.
No.
Did you before?
The other guard.
The guard.
The guy that's
your
going to take
teammate.
him to the merchant. Yeah,
Yeah, he's serious.
definitely.
Well, no,
Okay,
there's no
okay.
definites. You can't look into his head, and there's no way of can't.
No. I'm just like when I look at him,
He's
do I
acting
notice?
serious. He's acting
Yeah.
serious.
Okay.
Yeah. He's intending to find information out about this guy and
Okay.
get back everything to you from what you take.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, let's go with that.
by any chance do the grey hand have a symbol?
We don't
How
know
can
that,
I
do
answer
we?
that? Who are you asking?
Yeah.
And why would you
Yeah,
ask
we-
anyone because you're not part of this group?
No, I'm not asking. I'm asking you. So Steve
Yeah,
is the
that's fine.
DM.
How is you going to find out as the character? Is what I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, I
Actually,
can't
that's
just
a good
feed you-
point.
If I just give
I've
you
just
the
had a lot-
information, what are we doing plan?
I've had a little light bulb moment go off.
Same.
Make sure I say to the guard, when you're chatting with him, make sure you find out about the grey hand, anything that you can.
Oh, don't
including
worry.
the symbols.
We'll be mentioning a grey hand. You may get a bit of a red hand in the exchange, but anyway.
I just like
I'm
sit
guessing
there
Owen
and
didn't enjoy that one.
Yeah.
sit there and beg.
All right. Okay, so he gathers his guys. They put him in a big sack, and two of them sort of carry the sack. They just look like they're carrying something, some big, huge
Yeah,
something
sure.
or other. They move off. You guys set up for the evening.
Yeah.
Yep, I move.
So we swap sides.
I move back to my little spot.
Your spot.
However, I am taking note.
Of what?
Maybe I should. Actually, no, I won't because it's the watch, so I won't do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
The weather tonight is extremely good weather, so no clouds. The moon is sort of in its half moon phase, so a lot more light. So good night for seeing things in the dark.
I'm going to focus sort of like 60% on here and
Yep.
40% over here.
Yep. Cool. So Karis, now that you're on the other side, are you doing the same with your spell, or are you putting it on a different place?
There is a
That's a good
door
question.
here. If you wanna-
Yeah, I think I might do the door,
Okay.
and then I'll probably do. I might do the same thing. I might split my attention a bit more over here,
Okay.
and rely on the alarm on the door, and hopefully
So that's
Yara
roughly
to
just
be able to
after
cover
you've
this.
had your good berry, roughly halfway through the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Radio.
Although I can cast it a couple of times because I have got 2 mana points available for that.
Yeah, and lots of good berries. But they're all going to be wasted anyway before you go to So,
Well, Ayara needs another one because she's used hers.
Oh yeah, she did 2. Right, so you've got 1. Yara's had 2.
Ooh,
I've given 1 away.
what if
So
we
I've got 4 left.
like if okay, so just in terms of like role playing it, if if you walk past me, right, could you just throw it in my bowl as opposed to giving it to me?
I gave it to you before the start of the night.
Oh, so you give me 2?
No, I gave you 1 when you wanted one. for
Yep, and I've
breakfast,
eaten it. Yeah, and I've eaten
Yep.
it.
and I gave you another one before we started.
there you go.
Yeah. So what?
Okay.
So yeah, what I was asking was, in terms of interaction, if you could say throw it to me, because if you gave it to me and people were watching, right, that would acknowledge that you knew me. But if you throw it in my pot,
You're bigger. I see
Yeah.
what you mean, but yeah, I guess it's how he does it.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
So,
this is fun.
I could give you some
Alan.
marshmallow root tea if you wanted as well.
yeah, wow.
Yes.
You have no trouble staying awake tonight, so you don't actually have to make that roll. But Yara, you do.
Oh, sorry, can I ask? Do I know why that is or not really?
Well, you're drinking marshmallow water, aren't you?
Ah, okay.
So Yara, I need you to make a con check.
Oh, so that marshmallow stuff's good.
I just
okay.
did.
Cool.
Oh, goody. Okay? Well, I know what you've got in your pool.
I've been rolling 3s and 4s, and I haven't used any pool things yet. So, one.
You
I've used
actually
one.
have, but that's okay. I'll begin through that. So, Elwyn, the night
Yes.
goes through. You're looking. You actually don't see anything suspicious,
Okay.
Don't be suspicious.
and the night pretty much goes through. So, Yara, I need you to give me a charisma check, please.
I am
Yep,
under.
no one gives you a single button.
Nice.
Before it's time to go, the other group rejoin you. and one guy pulled aside where the others all go to their spaces and do get themselves set up. And you report to them that it's been a very, very quiet night. The other warehouses have been dead all night, sort of thing, because it was the night before they were moved. What they found out from the gentleman is that he says he was hired by a person. He gives us a very random description. Could be almost anyone, he says. To track the druid and the monk. So he was asked to do this. He needed the coin. His job was just to say what your movements were and report back. The location of the guy who was supposed to be where he was supposed to be never showed up. So we asked him a little bit more forcefully. He stuck to the story. Whether that means it's true or whether that means he's a bloody good liar, we don't know. But let's just say he's not going to be bothering anyone for a couple of days. We haven't killed him, but we've just put him in a place where he's not going to bother us for a couple of days. But then hopefully the job will be over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to go back and see Garen.
It's entirely up to you, but it's still way too early for that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we'll leave that for the next day, I guess.
Right, you start walking back home, unless you want to ask the guy anything.
Did he give away any information on the grey hands at all?
No, he played dumb on that.
Did he mention that he was part of it or anything? He literally just mentioned that he
Well,
was hired.
if you admitted that you're part of the Thieves Guild and you've been caught by someone, you're going to be pretty stupid if you actually start admitting things like that, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
They're either going to deal to you or they're going to take you straight to the city watch for
And you didn't notice any tattoos or markings or anything on any of his limbs?
Either he's a patsy or he's a bloody good liar.
What kind of did he have any weaponry that he was wielding?
He had a dagger.
Just one?
Hidden in his boot.
Did it have any inscriptions on it or anything? Or was it just a standard?
Like-
Did it look like an expensive dagger or anything?
I wouldn't say expensive, but it wasn't cheap.
Something that you think a stevedore wandering around the streets might have?
Well, I don't know. They do these things to impress their girls, don't they? They have something that's nice to impress them.
Uh,
All right. Well, thank you very much for letting us know.
Right. Okay. Well, he says that we hope our shift is as easy as yours.
With any luck, yeah.
Whatever. So you guys move back home.
Oh, sorry. One question before we wander off. The guy who hired him to do the job, where did he hire him? Where did they meet?
He took us to a corner in the main market. We waited and we waited and we waited, and he never showed. He couldn't point him out.
So did he say that corner in the market was where he met the guy originally to be hired? Or
no, that's just where he had to report to.
Oh, okay. And he didn't mention where he was hired?
No. Just met this guy. He's going to pay him X amount of coin to snoop him on where the druid and the monk went.
All right. Hey, if you get the opportunity to ask him again, or talk to him, it'd be if you're able to find out where he met the guy who hired him, that might be helpful for us as well. But only if you get the chance. Don't.
Right.
And we wouldn't know where. No one would know where the Thieves Guild is, would they?
I'm sure someone in the city does.
I mean, these among the people in our discussion, nobody would know.
We have no idea.
Yeah. Okay.
We're trying to keep them out of there.
Yeah. Sure.
If we knew where they were, we'd do something to bust them up so they wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay.
All good, he says. Right. Okay,
Well, I think
yeah.
Karis, much like myself, unfortunately, might need to wander off and go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
two
on the
things.
way back, I'm just keeping a watchful eye out, just for anyone that's following.
As we go back, I drop copper into. I drop copper for the beggars
Mhm.
that I found along the way. As I do so, oh wait, I can't do that because I don't actually know.
Are you still in your disguise?
I am still in my disguise.
Mhm.
I drop copper and oh no, I can actually. I drop copper and as I do so, I wink. At the person who I'm dropping the copper into. And sorry, team. Secondly, I also would like to stop at the bar where Garen was. Garen's place.
Wait, it's closed because it's still
It's very
6
late.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, very
Oh.
early.
Okay, well then I just drop how much copper do I have? I will drop a total of 6 copper.
Mhm. Okay. And Elwyn, no, Elwyn, sorry. Karis, have you got any good berries you want to drop on?
Well, I've got 4 left in my pouch, so
Mhm.
yeah, might as well drop them off as we go.
Okay, well, you're
Yeah,
having a friend.
I'll drop off some
He's got a
copper
big
as well.
smile on his face. He thanks you again. He says, anytime.
Yeah, but thank him quite graciously as well.
I'll drop
Here to
6
help.
coppers as well, and
Sorry.
I'll ask him how did he find him so quickly?
This is the grey hands had many eyes, but the quarter beggars had more.
Well, I'm appreciative of your efforts, and I give him 6 coppers.
Thanks, you.
So obviously because I'm walking behind them,
Mm-hmm.
would I also drop a copper
Up to
into
you,
the
if you
same?
see them. If you see them there. Dropping coppers to them. You can do that. Do you want to?
Can I? Yeah, okay. Obviously, I know no information. I'll drop a copper piece again and wink.
This is, as you about to curse it, excuse me. You are a beggar. I haven't seen you. You're not part of the court. Who are you?
Yes. I whisper. No, I am not a part of the court, but I am nothing more than a friend to you and those who help my friends.
He just looks at you. He doesn't really say too much. He
Is that
takes
too
you for
much?
the coin.
Is it too Cody? Okay, we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. And then you will go home. Does Karis make his spellcasting?
Yep.
They make you roll.
Just
You got 4. And we'll stop there as you all go to sleep.
Oh
boom.
no. So much fun.
Oh, it's getting so good.
Yeah, I know. I'm like creating this like movie in my head, and I'm like, I really hope this
Cool.
plays out. I really
Okay,
hope
I'll
this
just
plays
stop
out.
the recording, guys, in a second.